Hey, there we have the new construction project here on Prince Street, and we are just north, about 4 blocks north of Main Street, Littleton. Just want to give a scope of the property as it is now during construction and the surrounding area. Right in the distance here, we do have Santa Fe. It's essentially acts as a large artery. I don't think it's technically a highway, but I could be wrong on that. So direct access to getting into Denver and around Denver is going to be right there through Santa Fe. And the light actually turns left off of Santa Fe onto Prince Street. So you've got a really nice connection for commuting. Across the street we have this Geneva Village. It's a retirement community. And then I'm going to just give a quick little scope of what is going to be the driveways to the townhomes. You can see up top there is rooftop decks which actually face south. So those will actually provide those will likely provide a view of the Rocky Mountains. Back behind on the west side of the property is older single-story homes, and I'll drive through that section of the neighborhood here as we drive around, just to kind of scope out the surrounding. The block does end right here, and then the street down, Prince Street, kind of curves down into and connects to Santa Fe Boulevard. We do have a commercial building next door, which looks like it houses some doctors, fitness, rejuvenation spa, healing heart center. Kind of a cool space to house those types of wellness, kind of wellness focused. So it's kind of a nice feature to have if you're walking next door. So you can see the list of items that are in here: Missing Link Therapeutics, Healing Heart Center, Rejuvenation Spa. There's a CPA in there. Let's see, Island Pine Acupuncture. Neat. And then right here down we can see this is actually the connection out to Santa Fe. And then right behind here is a buffer between Santa Fe and the property itself of that existing residential neighborhood. And then this is the north side of the property that we're seeing here in the distance. The townhomes are 4 stories, and some of them, as we know, they have 1 and 2 car garage units, and it looks like the front entrances are going to be focused on this side of the property. They'll likely do a pathway back, and then the entries just off of the sidewalk that they built in here. It's got a hand-sewn looking siding. You can see the wood detail in here, and alongside the back I believe there's also going to be a brick detailing that goes in here on some of this facade as well. They're starting to install the brick, as you can see here on the garage entry side. So let me go here. And this looks like a really good amount of space between this building and then the townhomes on the south side. So you've got a good amount of space to get in and out of the property. So you've got good backup space and turnaround radius. And then, so I'm going to head south on Prince, and I'm going to make a left here. There's actually a park right here on the corner of Berry and Prince. It's a pretty nice open grassy space, and it might actually belong to the retirement center across the street, but I think at the back there's also a public park that's kind of attached. I think that's just open area for people to utilize. And then from there I'll kind of scoop in on the east side of Main Street, and then I'll come back down Main Street, and then I'll loop back around in through the neighborhood so we can get a scope of what the homes back behind the property also look like. I can't remember what this commercial building, that yellowish colored, mustard kind of colored building there is in the distance, so I'll try to capture that as well. It looks like, I'm not even gonna guess. I'll wait to see that. All right, here we go. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to start from the front of the property and then just make my loop around and then come back through the existing residential neighborhood on the west side of the property. And I'm going to stick the camera out of the window and out of the sunroof as I'm driving through, just to give a scope of the location. So you might hear some wind noise as I'm driving. So here we go. So we've got the retirement community on this side, also some newer townhomes on the west side of the street, and then we've got some older Victorians and bungalows just kind of sprinkled out throughout the neighborhood here. So we're making a left here heading east on Berry, and here's the back of that retirement community. We'll see some of these buildings in here are office commercial space, All Health Network in here, and I believe some of these are also the town of Littleton's administrative offices and such. This might actually be, I can't see that far, Littleton Center, right across the way here. And then we've got some nice townhomes across from here. And then back behind us is the light rail and then the tracks for the rail lines. So we are now heading in a southern direction, back alongside the downtown Littleton area. There's a kind of a cool barbecue restaurant there. Some modern townhomes. Some of the historic buildings in Littleton are pretty significant in architectural quality. You can see that one in the distance there is really nice. I think that might be one of the, I can't remember if that's the courthouse, I think maybe. And then this is going to be a residential apartment complex on the other side of the tracks. Right up ahead we have Bega Park, which is kind of integrated with the open community spaces here on Main Street, and then we're going to make a right on Main Street and we'll be heading west towards Santa Fe. I'm going to try to let these cars go. And then here on Main Street you'll see a lot of shops, boutiques, restaurants, cafes on both sides of the street, just all along both sides here. This is Sycamore here. Up ahead, this light that's coming up is Prince Street. So the property is actually going to be located to the right, about 4 blocks from this location. And then up in the distance you can see an older building right at, kind of tees into the street, but the street curves up there. That's the Melting Pot up there. It's actually a historic building as well. One of my good friends actually owns that place. It's known to be haunted. They give haunted ghost tours there on a regular basis. And then if you turn left on Prince Street, you've got the light rail train station, and then the bus system also has a dropping and pickup location there. Let's see. Here we go. A lot of local restaurants and cafes and bars all along this strip right here. This is Nevada Street. The street coming up is Curtis. The View House here to the left. And I'm actually going to turn right, which will be heading north. You can see the melting pot in front of me right here. We're pulling into the melting pot's parking lot, and I'm just going to turn around here. I'm just turning around. Cool. Let's see, tight squeeze there. So this road in front of me is Santa Fe. This is a one-way street in this location, so I'm actually gonna try to cut across here once these cars pass. And we are now heading south, and I'm gonna pull in here. This is a one-way Alamo, which heads from west to east. So we are heading in a easterly direction now. Elks Lodge is right here on the left. Is Arapahoe Community College. It's a design-focused community college, and we're back at Prince Street here. So I'm going to make a left here. You can see the transportation center is just here. So park and ride. They've got the light rail back behind that building, and then there's also a connection or drop-off pickup point for the bus system as well. Now we are headed north, back on Prince. This area is really charming, I think, for that quote-unquote small town walkability, that small town feel. Littleton definitely hit that on the head for not feeling or not losing that charm. Okay, so we are gonna go. Let's see. I'm actually going to make a left here on Powers. You can see the red building up to the left. The Prince Street project is right behind that. And then forward there, I believe that is the Curtis Street project, which is all sold out. We've got some townhouses here and on both sides of this street. Here's the Curtis Street project, which is sold out. And we are turning right, heading north on Curtis. We got some really cool little craftsman and bungalows that are original to the area. It's another project. We'll check that one out as well. Oh, you know, the back of that one actually faces Santa Fe, that very busy street. So actually that's not an ideal location because they literally overlook that really busy artery. Here's some cute more modern townhomes. Again, these also face the back of Santa Fe. And then we can see actually here in the distance the gray building right above this little white bungalow here is the actual project. So I'm gonna go, actually I'm gonna make a right here and we'll head back south towards Main Street. At the stop sign I'll make a left and then circle back around. So we've got some really nice townhomes back here. Very large, actually that looks like two townhomes side by side. Something's gonna go there. We got some boarded up windows, so they're probably getting ready to either renovate that or tear down and build something new there. This is a really cool craftsman here on the corner. Looks like they're doing a lot of restorative work on it. Nice corner lot. And we're turning left, heading north on Prince. And here is the property. I'm going to scoop down into this. Oh, it looks like a shopping center actually. So I'm going to scoop down into here, check out what's in here. So it does look like a motel on one side, and then shopping center here. This is Pacino Wood Oven Pizza, which I hear is really good. I've not eaten there. Here's a bank and a Cold Stone Creamery. Right here. This motel is sitting on a gold mine. I actually, you know, I wouldn't be surprised to see this go away and more commercial space built out, or potentially mixed-use residential and commercial go into that lot, because that is a really, really prime spot. Up ahead in the glass building is the Arapahoe County Administration offices, and it does look like apartment building is being built just to the north of that as well. So that is the scope of the area. I'm gonna scoot out here onto Santa Fe and just give you an idea of how easy it is to get in and out of this area. Actually, I'm gonna this is Santa Fe right here. I'm gonna head forward across and we're gonna go over the Platte River up here. I do like the proximity to the Platte River in terms of being able to get out and walk the trails that are along the river. This is a really nice area. Commercial shopping center. We've got a lot of daily conveniences in here, some restaurants and banking. Looks like a Jimmy John's right ahead of us. There's a Walgreens ahead of us as well. Huntington Bank, there's a Starbucks right here. McDonald's to the left. Across the street here is a Home Depot. And there's just a lot of daily conveniences located in this shopping center. So that is it. I'm going to head back to Santa Fe and complete this tour. There's some handsome patio homes here. The Greens, it's a gated community. And then here we are again crossing over the Pot River. You can actually see people down there now. That's going to conclude our video tour for today.